Good morning, folks. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. Get the minutes set up here. Give it a few more minutes for folks to join.
Hey guys.
Yeah, and how are you, sir?
Very good. How are you?
Good. Give it a few minutes for others to join here. Got a message that Richard is not going to join us. He had a conflict. So at this point, I am the only outreach committee member on the call. Thank you all.
What does it make us?
Well,
What are we doing here?
Yeah, well, I mean the voted ones. I don't know what else. I don't know what anybody else is doing.
You have anything particular, Paul, from the agenda?
I do have a few things on the agenda. Need to find it. Where did I put it? So the first thing on the agenda is I wanted to look at the upcoming call for papers and what's on the horizon here, and see what if anything people were interested in presenting. If I can find the right one. This is what happens when you have so many tabs open. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, so coming back to our agenda, I have on the agenda today, so I wanted to review the CFPs because Open Infra has a conference that's coming up. It closes tomorrow for a call for paper if we wanted to know if anybody wanted to do that. The next is I wanted Sridhar to show us the insights metrics and then discuss whether or not we wanted to post those on the website if we could, or post links to it. Review of the KPIs he presented to the board. And then we're creating a deck for a presentation that we're presenting to the SNIA project. And I wanted to review that deck. Most everybody has put in their slides in there. Any other agenda items, folks? Perfect.
I mean, are you, you mentioned a couple of events. I thought we were talking about building up like an events calendar in a way.
We do have an events calendar, and that's what I'm looking for. There it is. And I'll share it.
Yeah, it wasn't that the spreadsheet that was started last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Yes.
So we have this call for papers. We've got things that are up and coming. Like I said, we've got the Open Infra Summit, and the end of call for papers is on the 10th. So that's, oh, it says today. So that is today. It is in Vancouver, BC in June. I'm not certain that I can make that. Does anybody else have a plan to be there for that one, or could they make that? Would they want to present there?
There's something else going on in Vancouver. I swear the previous week or the same week. Okay, I'll look around.
I don't have it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It's just these are the ones that I found.
Something to do with Linux Foundation.
That's Open Source Summit in May 10th and May 12th. That's also
okay. So it's a full month. Yeah, it's full month ahead. Okay, never mind. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for that.
And it's in. Why do I not have it on here?
Last time, yeah, I had mailed you also that. Yeah, no problem. Open Source Summit North America, May 10th to May 12th. And
is it Vancouver as well?
Yes. And the deadline is February 5th. It's already started. I think 1st of January it started or something like that. Yeah.
Doesn't really matter when it started, but
yeah. Yeah, correct.
Okay. We were going to put this in a wiki somewhere, I thought.
Yeah, I tried in our groups.io wiki. That's so bad. It's kind of messing up everything. It's
okay.
Taking a lot of time. I'll just continue to try. I was hoping it will exporting this Excel to that wiki will work quickly, but it's really bad, that groups.io wiki.
Okay.
The easier one, I was thinking to submit a patch to that our web page where we can have a events page because it's all markdown files, right, in our website. So we can quickly create a markdown out of this and submit a patch to the website. That makes much more easier for us to update and also to share the link all the time.
Okay, sounds good. So is anybody planning on being at either of those conferences that could present?
No concrete plans yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that if if anything happens, that month, it's gonna be KubeCon in Amsterdam. Right here. So that's this quarter.
Yeah, that's February, it says.
No, that's not. No, I'm thinking KubeCon, KubeCon North America. Do I not have that on here?
Right there, 12, line 12, but that's from last year.
That's from last year.
Yeah, we gotta clean this up.
Yeah,
Like, we can rotate the events, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
the list of events can stay, but we gotta clear the dates if it's passed.
yeah, if it's passed.
No, KubeCon North America, it's in November, so I think nothing is open yet. It's in
Yeah.
Illinois.
So
Yeah,
this,
no, I mean, the KubeCon would be in the spring time frame, would be Europe. I don't remember where it is off the top, I can look it up, but it
Mhm.
would be in that time frame.
and then the other one we don't have on here that we've submitted for is in Boston, the Red Hat Summit.
Yeah.
So those are the two that I know we've got calls for papers into, but
I think you just got the date wrong on the KubeCon.
I think so
Amsterdam,
too.
it's April, Paul,
Yeah. Is it April 23rd and 24th?
17th through 21st.
Yeah, I have it as 1821, but that's okay. And it isn't in Amsterdam in April. So that would make sense because
And
the
this one, if I
European
remember
KubeCon-
right, the date was, it's February. Oh, no, the call for paper ended. They're gonna alert us on February 5th. If February 5th or 6th is when they,
6th is what the website says, but yes.
something like that. Okay. So
You also editing, like 22 is the community day, Kubernetes community day, versus KubeCon Europe is on 13. And so you had it there, right?
Yeah, you're editing the wrong one. That's the community day. Up, KubeCon Europe is up top, and you do have that as April.
It's on line 13, Paul.
okay, there we go. That's right. So
I think we can just quickly sort this Excel based on the AFP, the earlier, the most recent, the first one. With that, it's okay. We can do it later.
okay,
Do you have the Red Hat Summit on here?
I don't yet. Thought I had a more complete version of this somewhere, but I don't. And it's in
Did
Boston.
anybody submit for it at Summit?
Yes, I did for Chris and I to do kind of the same session we submitted for KubeCon Europe.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was about to say that I think the deadline for that was long gone.
Yeah,
No,
the deadline
Ended
was-
it till tomorrow, I think, but
yeah. But anyway, we did submit for that.
that's May 23rd through the 25th in Boston.
Okay, sounds good. And tomorrow's the date.
I think it's tomorrow's the end date, but
It's okay. Doesn't matter. We got it done. So.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Do you mind posting the link to this file into the chat, Paul? So,
Mm-hmm. There you go.
perfect.
And I'll go back to minutes. Okay. Sridhar, do you want to talk about the insights and show folks here what you showed at the board? Can you do that easily?
Sure, sure. Can I share my screen? Yeah.
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So you can go to this. It's basically. I'll just put the link in the chat. If you do not have access to this insights, please let me know. I will have to. When you let me know, you just let me know your LF ID also, so that I will ensure that you have the access to these statistics.
Okay, you're showing us the KPIs right now, just so you know.
Am I sure? Oh, which screen? Just a second. Sorry. Let me bring that screen here. Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is insights for different projects, right? If you can just go to home, it can show all projects. Then you can search for the projects, open programmable infrastructure. There's of course there's a fund and there is a infrastructure project. Then there are mainly two categories, like a project analysis and the community analysis. All right. In the project analysis, this is the main thing, which is kind of a summary of the trends that's happening on the project level, trends that are happening, and how this is just a quick summary of every important things. Then it goes specific things like a technical contribution, the contributor strength, that are how it's been varying, and you can also see how it's calculated. So every plot has how is this calculated, right? And if you see, this is still the issue that I was mentioning yesterday in the meeting. This is still to be addressed because of the affiliations. Some of the contributors have they're not consistent, so we want to make it uniform now.
Now, is that something that we have to have the GitHub user change, or is that something that through some sort of automation on the back end?
So yeah, so from GitHub user it takes and try to match with the open profile.dev. So I think there is a in this stop API projects. If I go to the main OPI in this wiki, so if you have this tool, right? So this is the link that I had requested all the maintainers to. I'll just put in the chat also here to create their profile here. So for example, this is my profile. So if based on the so it tries to get the data from this profile. In this profile, it has your affiliations and everything, your contributions to different projects that have been contributing and everything, and tries to use that thing here, right? Say for example, Boris has a Dell EMC. And there's another Boris account, which is maybe a different Dell, and Mark has only Dell. So that's why you see like a 3-4 affiliation. So once we fix this issue, then you should see a better plots.
Got it.
Okay. So this is from the how the contributors and also the contributor churn, how we are losing or gaining contributors over a period of time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the like whom we kind of lost recently. Yeah.
Okay, so they haven't contributed since way back. Okay.
Yeah. See, yeah. So this is our organization. Is again the same issue that's been you see everywhere who have been contributing and everything. Then the code based analysis, how much of commits are happening, the PRs. So you can see all these kind of statistics. These are all pulled from GitHub and yeah.
Okay.
And the community analysis is mostly on the people part, like who are all there and what kind of comments they are making. Okay.
Perfect.
So this the plan is to share this statistics once in a month to TSC and maybe once in 2 months to the board, depending on the thing. You can so I don't see the point in taking these again and putting it to somewhere,
right. Okay.
Because it's all here, right? People can just use this link and access it. Okay.
Sounds-
So if you see any mismatch or anything that is there that doesn't match with the people understanding, please let me know, because there could be some bugs in this tool also. I can open a ticket and get this fixed, the data.
Like find match doesn't find me, doesn't find Mark's.
Yeah, so because I think your profile is missing. So for example, if I click here, find match, you're using this one, the match is here. So now I can click yes, right? I will confirm. Now it will synchronize the data and it will take like 48 hours or something to synchronize.
Okay, got it.
Then it will have in this plot, it should have your organization FI also there in that plot now.
Got it. Okay, so because I'm using my personal email, it didn't
Correct.
match. Okay, to my open profile.dev. Got it.
Okay.
Perfect.
So that's the thing. So if any questions or anything, please let me know. Okay. So what I do is every week I keep track of this thing and try to look at it and see if there's any mismatch or anything, and try to reach out to people and see and ensure that the data is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, unfortunately, I have to leave in 7 minutes. Can I continue with that the KPIs also?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll put the link here of the KPIs, so that you can put it in the meeting minutes or notes, right? So let me bring that KPIs document here. So as we have 1, 2, 3, 4 categories, right? We can modify or you can add new category depending on our convenience. Okay. So if you see in this development or growth or cooperation category, there are 4 to 5 actions are there. Okay, so lower the entry for people and projects to participate and join this thing. And for that, there are set of KPIs. So this is how it's kind of organized. Category, action item, metrics. Okay, many are yes or no kind of a thing. And if any comments or anything added, we put it in a quarter by quarter. Like what are the things that have been done on this kind of. Okay. And next is promote the project engagement and growth thing, like a policy and policy documents, and document well-defined mechanisms for how members can get involved. For example, we have to create, I think this we don't have it. I think we can create going ahead. I think this, I think I had it after discussing with somebody. We can add this also. We can have an onboarding package for a new member who joins. We can just provide him this package, slide deck kind of thing, so that he is up to date with some of the information.
Okay.
And if this is only if required, we can have a separate committee. This is not, of course, relevant to the board. And this is where I think whenever we organize OPI's own event, or if we sponsor any specific event, it's not just we participate there. We just sponsor sometimes, or we just have our own event, OPI's own event. Then we try to keep these kind of metrics, like how many attended, whether did we get a proper budget, and so that try to evaluate ourselves on the thing.
Okay.
Okay. And this is a collaboration and interaction with other LF projects and SDOs, if required, like which did we discuss with any other project for collaboration? What was it over the period of time?
So like the work we're doing with NIA and others, that would go in there.
Correct.
Quick question, Sridhar. So this is just from my understanding. This is something that Aleph has developed. So this is like a generic form, right? This is not specific to our project.
Oh, yeah, this is not specific to project, but some of them are specific to project. For example, the community lab, and there are other things that are specific to the project, but many things are common to across different projects. And some projects may do this, some may not do this thing. So the KPIs is a kind of optional.
No, I got confused because like at the beginning, at the very top, you had OPI, and then it kind of moved into the areas which I didn't think we were participating or doing.
Which one can you specifically say that, like which one we are not?
like the, do we have strategic planning committee, for instance?
Oh, this
Then
is
do-
if required kind of a thing. This we can say, hey, this is not required. We will not be doing it. Kind of.
Okay, all right. So that's, yeah. So I'm just trying to grasp what this is.
Correct. This is
What
only
you're
one of
showing.
the option metrics. We can say no, we didn't do it. We don't want to do it. This is under this heading. What are the typical metrics we can capture?
Mhm. Okay. Oh, yeah, keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
no problem.
I wanted to get
Yeah.
my head straight here.
And again, the next is on the facilitate adoption of OPI in the industry. This is for the awareness creation, for example, align the website assets, all the assets thing, and the number of events that are attended where OPI members attend and try to create awareness of thing. And
Mhm.
if we do any solution showcase in any of the events by the OPI members, right? So this is where we keep track of these numbers.
Okay.
And if any new members express interest, the new companies who express interest. And this is the thing, another thing I added after the meeting. This is one more thing I think outreach or TSC, I think outreach or TSC can consider to create the list of the use cases and some canonical technical solutions for those use cases. And we can maintain this list.
Okay.
So this is good. This could be one of the maybe from this we can convert into a report or a document and publish a article or a blog kind of thing.
Okay. Got it.
So then finally, this is mostly for the board, overall direction for the OPI, ensure proper priorities and targets are set for the thought leadership.
Excellent.
This is just a proposal. My request to the outreach committee also is to take a look at this, and you can remove some of the things that are not applicable. You can add some things that I have missed out. So this is there are I think that I referred to two different foundations and have taken these metrics. It's try to ensure that it's relevant to OPI. But if I'm wrong, so please remove some of the things or add some of the things that I have missed out.
Okay. So maybe next time, next meeting, if we have more voting outreach committee members, we'll look at this again and vote on whether or not we think it's appropriate.
Yeah. Or yeah, in the over this period of week, somebody can review it and look at it and say, hey, this is relevant and this is not, kind of a thing from the outreach perspective, and change that.
And you would present this to the board typically at the end of the quarter or the beginning of the following quarter?
End of the quarter, kind of.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right.
No,
Thank
I
you.
think it's a useful, totally useful document, just maybe tailoring it a little bit more to what we actually doing versus what we could be doing, etc. Right?
Yep, agree, fully agree. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry I had to join another call. I'll stop here now.
Perfect. Thanks much.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sorry, I also have to drop.
Okay. Hey, Alad, real quick. Can you, I'm going to post in the chat here real quick, the link to the deck, the SNIA deck. Can
Yeah,
you
I have it. I just didn't get around to it yet.
No, that's fine. Can you tackle that? There it is.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I've got to turn it in 2 days. I'm supposed to turn it in 2 days to SNIA. So perfect. And I wanted to review what we've got here in this presentation with you all so far. All right. So here's the presenters. We'll have Alad and Stephen. Stephen said he would work on this today. Didn't have a chance to work on it last night. SNIA legal notice, we can't change those. The agenda slide, this is what we're going to talk about. I'm going to do the introduction to OPI and use these.
Did you notice how their background aligned with our logo?
You know, I did. I've noticed a lot of and I've noticed a lot of Linux Foundation stuff aligns kind of with our logo. When they did our logo, they kind of took a standard Linux Foundation
Library.
trend, yeah, library and changed the colors and gave it to us. Okay.
Okay.
I'll do kind of the standard 5-minute, 7-minute pitch on the project goals, who's involved, what we're up to. Boris will be using these slides for talking about life cycle provisioning. He's got what, 5 or 6 slides. He'll talk about where the slack is. I don't think there's anything here that we think is not appropriate. I think it's fine. He didn't get it from the template, but that's okay. Here's another one. This seems all okay to me. If you've got any questions or concerns on these slides, let me know. Here's how we're doing inventory, boot sequencing, lifecycle management, and monitoring and telemetry, what we've chosen to do that. Any questions on that section that Boris will present? He'll present that in 7 minutes or so. And then API, Mark Sanders.
No, kind of unrelated to this presentation, but in general, are we insisting that people use the standard set of slides? Or
If
those
they're
kind of outdated already and need to be
they're a little
updated?
outdated already. We have the Linux Foundation designers. The update there is that from Sridhar yesterday during the board meeting was that Linux Foundation is in the process of hiring a new designer. And when that process is done, that person will then work with us to get our template deck, create brand guidelines and all the stuff that was approved by the board in the budget. So that is coming. It's not here yet.
Okay. So
So we
we're
were-
kind of in this middle phase.
We're in the middle,
Still
yeah.
waiting.
So we've approved it. We've got money to do it. We have the pieces and parts that we're going to have this person work on. I've said that I will work directly with this person, and anyone else on the outreach committee can join me, or anybody else who wants to can join as we talk to that person. So when we know who it is, we'll work on dates for that and figure out what we can come up with. Okay.
Mhm.
Next set of slides, Mark's going to talk about API focus, and it looks like I need to fix this. Other than that all looks fine. Again,
So Cine actually forces you to do it in their layout.
in their layout, yes. And I will do this.
Yeah, what a pain.
I just took their slides, and on every one, I'm just putting our little logo down at the bottom as well. It's pretty standard for conferences to make us use their template with their bumpers on it, and that's fine.
Mhm.
Alad will do this. He just said he'd take that, and Steven said he'd get this done today. And then at the end, I will do a closing and how to join the project. We'll do a Q&A, and overall, starting the process, Joe is going to be kind of the moderator, and introduce each of us as we go along here. So that's the deck. I don't see any problems with it at this point, with these storage ones. So if you've got any questions there, let me know. If not, I'll just once I get these use cases, I'll review them and then we can move it. Right now it's in the work in process folder and we'll move it to the approved folder after that. I may ask Joe to take a TSC rationalization wand to it and make sure that it passes muster from the TSC as well.
And this is pre-recorded, right? This is I'm sorry, it's a live webcast, so
Live
not in
webcast,
person.
yes. On the I can't remember for 17th or 18th right now. And then on the 12th, I believe it's the 12th, we're doing a dry run of it. So we'll run through this presentation on the 12th, and then it will be a live webcast to the SNIA audience at their regularly scheduled time. They've done, from what I've heard, they've done 3 of these already. Each one had about 100 attendees.
Hey, this is John, and I just want to comment, John from NVIDIA, that
Hey,
I'm
John.
involved quite a bit with this SNIA group. And so usually, as you said, the live webcasts, typically have like 100 live attendees, in a really popular one, 200, but we get a lot of on-demand views afterwards. So it is made available afterward.
Okay, good.
Website and sometimes through YouTube, and there's usually some good follow-on views.
Good. Good. Yeah, and I'll ask Diane, who's been our liaison, if we can cross-post it on our YouTube channel. So, or link to it from our
Yeah,
YouTube channel somehow.
I think we'd be fine with that. Let's see what Diane says. She would know better than I would.
Yeah. I figured she'd be the one to let us know. That's that's another thing on my list, is how to and Sridhar is trying to find me the appropriate person. It's probably going to be the same design person to work with us on the cross posting of content, because we don't have any OPI content that hasn't already been posted to YouTube somewhere else. And so there's nothing to put, no original content to put on our YouTube site, waiting to find out how we go about cross posting. So anyway, that's what I had for today. Anyone else have any other topics they wanted to discuss?
Hey, Paul, quick question. I apologize.
Yeah.
I missed the first half of today's meeting because I had I still have a power outage at home.
Sorry
but,
about that.
I think in the chat from either yesterday or last week, or yesterday, there was a comment in the Slack chat that there's an event that the deadline to enter is
The
tomorrow.
deadline's today. Yeah, we talked about that, and I asked if there was anybody who was able to go to that event. I'll bring up the call for papers again.
Yeah, I apologize. If you could just remind me, I just looked at Slack yesterday. If you remind me where is that event?
It is in Vancouver. It's the Open Infra Summit. The CFP closes today, and the event is June 13th through 15th in Vancouver. And I know that my travel budget for next quarter is allocated, so I can't make it. And we were asking if others
Someone volunteered.
could make it. No one that was on the call said they could make it.
Let me just check to see if we're sending them, because we sometimes send people to that event. I don't think I can get, well, it's hard to predict for June, but yeah, I don't think I can get travel permission to go just for OPI, but let me see if we have, maybe I could just check later today or check. this
Yeah,
morning.
that'd be great. And if so, then we can do a real quick call for paper submission and see what happens.
Okay.
And if you, so just reach out to me today on Slack. And if you do, and we can work that out.
Okay, thanks, Paul.
You bet. We did talk, John, just so you know, we did talk about Red Hat Summit. So Chris and I put in a call for paper there. It is in May. And we also put in one for KubeCon Europe in April in Amsterdam. And so those are the two that if we end up doing those, those are the ones that we will attend. Those are the ones that I will be able to attend next quarter.
Thanks. Is Red Hat Summit in Boston again?
Red Hat Summit in Boston,
And
in May.
Europe is in Amsterdam, you said?
Amsterdam. Mhm. And
Wow.
we're just doing so that presentation is so you want to create an open source project. Here's how we at OPI did it. So it's not it's not an OPI specific. I mean, we'll talk about OPI and the background and what it is and all that good stuff. But the hook is a community. You want to build a community, you want to create a community. This is how we stumbled through it. So.
Got it. So the focus is more about open source. The topic is open source communities, not specifically.
Right. For those two conferences, the topic is open source communities, using OPI as the example, how to build a community.
All right, thanks. Got it.
Jan, Chris, anything else?
I don't have anything.
All right. Thank you all for joining. I don't have anything either. I will let you all have 15, 18 minutes back.
Did you get any guidance, Paul, on that document that some of us raised hands to work on, but nothing really happened?
Nope,
Yep.
nothing more there. So I know that Elad started like a really rough outline, but it didn't go much farther than that.
I don't remember seeing it, but okay.
Um,
Do you know where he posted it?
he posted it in.
Was it in the chat?
posted
I
it
mean, in the Slack.
Outreach Committee Slack.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Wow. Yeah, it's been a month. Yeah, I should be able to find it.
Yeah, it's back on November 29th. So
Okay.
open it.
So we should get, I didn't see, yeah, I didn't see, well, he was on though, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And Ben, have you heard from Ben recently from Red Hat, Ben Fisher?
No, he's not been on. I mean, we took 3 weeks off, and then he
Right.
wasn't on last week or this week.
All right. Because I think he was the other one who said he's going to participate. All right, we'll figure this out. I mean, I think it's a good thing to have even for this events, and maybe
Yes.
maybe post to our website or something like that.
Yep. Oh, and just another call. I do have stickers if anybody needs them or is going to an event. I have about 220 stickers left.
Yeah. Oh,
And
hopefully we'll use them all by before the end of the year.
well, yeah, I expect that we're gonna have to order more. They're not expensive. I think it was $80 to get those stickers. So yes. So, and in Slack, in the Outreach Committee Slack channel, you can see a picture of one on my Mac for size reference. So, and if you want some just for yourself, send me a direct message and with an address, and I'll throw some in the mail.
Yeah. And Boris was asking you about the news on YouTube channel. What was that all about in the Outreach Committee Slack?
He was asking if we, he asked that yesterday. I will go back and reply to him. So we do have a YouTube channel. We have no content on it now because we've got no original content that hasn't been posted somewhere else. And so I'm waiting for the Linux Foundation to tell me if it's appropriate to cross-post content we've presented and how to do that.
Yeah, I think we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Creating a playlist, which is a legal thing to do, even if you don't want to copy content, because first
Right.
of all, I don't think YouTube will or Google will allow you to do that because they're
Yeah.
very conscious about duplicating data. But creating a playlist is something that we could look at. I'm not a pro at that at all. But
Yeah.
maybe we can get someone from LF to help us just build it.
Yep.
from
Yep.
existing
That's what I was
assets.
hoping to do is
Yeah.
initially is take all of the stuff that's on the IPDK website that or on the IPDK YouTube and link it to the OPI as a alpha event set of
Mhm.
content.
Right. Yeah, and then a couple of others that
Yeah, then others that we
Happens
presented
things,
out
yeah.
and about that we've got recordings for.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's, if they don't do it, then, maybe we can spend some time just figuring this out.
Just yeah, I just didn't want to create any content violations or something like that right out of the gate.
Right.
So-
Yeah, no, I think
Right.
pointers, like playlist pointers, are fine. It's just,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't believe it's, especially if you disclose it and it's, you're being taken there by that link.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we should double check with Sridhar. You have a good point. Who knows what they have for the rules.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Paul. Thanks, John.
Thanks. Have a good one, folks. Talk to you later.
You too. Bye-bye.